Hi everybody, my name is Hannah and this is my channel Ladybug Stitches. Today is November 3rd and this is Flosstube number 14. I want to first give a million thank yous to all of you for watching my videos and liking and subscribing and commenting. It means the absolute world to me. My last video got the most views out of all of my videos so far and it just means so much to me. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers too in the last couple days and it means the most to me. It makes me so happy and I'm so glad you all are here. So thank you all so much for watching my videos and supporting me in every way. So thank you so much. First we're gonna start out by showing my latest release. So if you are new here, because I know there are a lot of new people, my name is Hannah. I design under Ladybug Stitches and I currently have a monthly series called All Piled Up, and my latest release was October. So this is October. This month was pumpkins, and originally I had designed it to be 3 different shades of orange as the pumpkins, but then as I start stitching, I'm like, this piece just needs a little bit of color. So I have 4 different colors of pumpkins now. I really like all those colorful pumpkins that they have now, like all the turquoise and the blue, and they're so pretty. So my bow is all wonky. So I really wanted to incorporate them into some of this design. So I really love how this one turned out. I finished it on a orange fabric with some leaves. All of these patterns are stitched on 14 count fabric, and this one is coffee tea dyed that I did myself. And then for the bow, it's just an orange bow with a double twine bow on top with a turquoise button in the middle. So all these pieces are made to come off the board and to be switched out every month, and then I just hang them up. So this is October and it is in my Etsy shop now if you're interested. I release a new pattern every first of the month for the month prior to the month that it supports, and I think it turned out really cute, so I'm so happy to have this one. So this is available now if you're interested. My shop will be linked down below. There you go. Okay, so let's see. I have no stitching FFOs or FOs. I have come to find out that I am actually a very slow stitcher. I used to think that I was kind of fast, but it was just because I was mostly just doing small pieces, and I've been working on a lot of large pieces, and I found out that I'm actually a pretty slow stitcher. So no finishes, no stitching finishes, but I do have a different finish that I was working on. So I like doing a lot of different crafts, and this idea was in mind for a couple years now. I got the bottles for this like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 years ago. I came up with this idea and I finally just decided to do it. So I made mini potion bottles. There are 14 in total. So all these bottles, there's like 2 different shapes. All these bottles were like shooter bottles. So like there was some with Jack Daniels and Fireball, and there was like a cinnamon one, and there was a whole bunch. So I did not drink these all. I tried one and I did not like it at all. But when we were on vacation, camping up in New York on our property, a bunch of our friends and everything, we all passed out some drinks and we drank them all, and I was like, don't throw them out, I want these bottles. And I was like, brilliant, I have an idea right on the spot. So I told everybody not to throw them in the fire or anything. So I collected all these bottles and I wanted to make them into like witch potion bottles. And I finally decided that I was going to pull the trigger and finally do these, because I really want them in my Halloween display this year. So there are 12 in total, and I needed labels for them. So I did make my own labels, and I'm going to put them up on my blog. They'll be free if you want them. I'll also do a little bit of a tutorial if you're interested on my blog. It'll just be a written tutorial, no video this time. But I think they turned out really cute. So they all do have something inside too. They're not empty. So I will go through them individually and show you. So this is Phoenix Feathers. So basically for the bottles, I'll just explain real quickly. They were clear, so I had to soak them to get the labels off, and I think I used a little like a rubbing alcohol or something to get the label off. And then I did a mix of, what's it called? Mod Podge and food dye to get the color, and I did two layers of the color. And then once that dried, I did a layer of like brownish, greenish over top to kind of make them look aged. And then for the label, it's just printed on regular printer paper, and I cut them out to exactly around them so there's no white showing. And then I put Mod Podge on the back of the label, and then I stuck it on, and then I Mod Podged over top of the label as well. And then some of the bottles had different colored caps, so I did paint them black as well. So this is Phoenix Feathers, and I just had a bunch of fake feathers and I just shoved them in there. So there's that one. Then we have Dew on Spiderweb. So for this one, it's just stuffing with some glitter inside, and I keep finding this glitter like everywhere. It was in my bed, it was on the couch, like it was on my cat, like it was getting everywhere. So there must be a hole in my bag that I put the glitter bottle in or something. I don't know, it was getting everywhere. So that's that one. And then I have Coffin Nails. These are just like little rusty nails that I had, but I didn't think were going to be used anyway. So you kind of have to use your imagination with them. They're really small, so they're not like actual coffin nails, but they were rusty and I needed to get rid of them a little bit. So Coffin Nails. Then we have Jellyfish Tentacles. Oh, and I do have 6 different colored bottles. There's purple, red, pink, yellow, orange, blue, and green, I think. So this is Jellyfish Tentacles, and for this one I did strips of hot glue on like parchment paper, and then I peeled them up and then put them in the bottle. If you do those, just make sure they fit in the bottle. You don't want them to be longer than the bottle. So I kind of like held the bottle up as I glued them down. So there's that one. And then I did spider eggs. I got a lot of these ideas online. There's a lot of really talented people out there, so not all of the ingredients are my idea, but I did scavenge for my stuff. So these are tips of cotton balls, not cotton balls, Q-tips, cotton swabs, that's what I was looking for. And then you just cut them off. So there's that one. And then this one is Sands of Time, and it's just beach sand. And then we got Bone Meal. This one is a broken up seashell. I went at it with a hammer. So there's that one. Oops, dropping them all. Then we have Carnivorous Plant Seeds, and this is just bird seed, round bird seed. And the blue ones, for some reason, took the Mod Podge. When I put the label on, like it soaked up some of the blue Mod Podge, yeah. I'm not sure why I did that, but it's only on the blue ones. Very weird. And then we got Grave Dirt. This one is instant coffee, but just regular dirt would also work as well. And then we have Mermaid Scales. So this one is a really large pine cone. It's like the little, I don't know what they are actually. It's just a part of the pine cone. You rip it off the stem. And I thought maybe they look a little bit better if I painted the scales, but I don't have time or energy for that. You don't even see them from the front. So there's that one. And then we have Werewolf Fur. This one is cat fur. And it's not my cat, actually. My cat really does not shed at all. So I went to my cousin's house who lives right next door. I'm like, I'm gonna steal some of your cat fur, and because her cat shed a ton. So I took some of her fur. And then I have one left. We have Deadly Nightshade. So this one, I saw online that tomato plants are in the same family as nightshade. So I just took some tomato plant leaves. And these are still soft and kind of alive, so I'm just gonna leave the cap off so that they can dry up nicely. So that'll be that for later. So those are all of my bottles, and like I said, if you want the labels and the instructions, I'm gonna put them in a blog post sometime this week or maybe next week, I'm not sure. I'll try to remind you in my next video when I do it, and I'll post it on my Instagram if you're interested in looking in there as well. So those are my only finishes, but that was a lot of work. It was a couple days, and of course it was like the most humid days we've had in a while, so the paint took a really long time to dry. But I think they turned out really cute, and I really like them. I'm gonna put them behind me here in my Halloween display, and I think it's gonna look so cute. So okay, so those are my only finishes, and then I have some previous FFOs. So I finished these in 2022. It is Sunny Days by the Prairie Schooler. I love these so much. So I really love doing like mini pillows like this in little pieces. So I love when patterns come with a couple little pieces to do. So that's that. And I think I did show a couple of these in a video before, but I didn't show all of them, so I want to show them all now. So here is the lighthouse, and there is a lot of hot glue still around, but you'll have to ignore it. So there is two different fabrics. There's a blue fabric and a brown fabric, and I think the blue fabric is 16 count or 14 count, and the brown fabric is 16 count or 18 count. I can't remember. It was just some scraps that I had. I don't even know where I got the scraps from. They were like hand-me-downs or something. I'm not sure where I got them from. And I have no information about you for them. So I'm sorry about that. But so that's what they're stitched on. And then I used my own flosses, but I think they turned out pretty true to color. So this one, I finished them all differently too. They're all little pillows, but they're all finished differently. So for this one, I added 3 buttons on the side. And then on the top and on the sides, I did a green, what is that called? Twill tape. And then a little pom-pom trim. And then on the back is an ocean and wave and beach kind of fabric. So there is that one. And then we have this one. This one is finished with a black twill tape with a very sparkly rickrack, and then around the sides on each one there's a blue and a white star with a red sparkly pom-pom on them. So it's like that on all sides. And then up in this corner I had a bottle cap that was that's got stars on it, and I thought that was really cute. So I cut around the outside of it to make it more flat, and then I added that same rickrack around the outside of it. So that's that one. Oh, and then the fabric on the back is ice pops and ice cream. Okay, and then this one, I actually stitched this one twice because my dad really loves sun, so I stitched him the sun as well. So for this one, I added some rhinestones in the corner up at top. And then I did a dark blue twill tape with a yellow pom-pom trim. And then on the back is bathing suits. Lots of yellow in this one. And then for this one, it's the American flag. I added a blue twill tape. And let's see if you can see. A blue twill tape. And then I did white rickrack on top, and then I ruffled kind of some red twill tape. So I basically just glued it down and then bunched it up and then glued it down again. It was a practice. I didn't know if it would turn out good or not, but I really wanted red, white, and blue for the sides. And then I just added a red, white, and blue 3 different star buttons to the corner. And the back is some Americana fabric. My arm's getting sore from holding all the stuff up. So now we have the sailboat. Let's see if I can fluff that up a little bit. So this one I decided I wanted to kind of make it look like the old school, like life preservers with like the string around the outside. So that's what I tried to do, and it's got a dark blue twill tape, and then so this is just some twine with some red beads on it. There you go. And then on the back is some sailboats. Okay, this one we have a seagull. So this one has just a dark blue twill tape with the light blue twill tape on top. This might actually be ribbon. These might both actually be ribbon, actually. I'm throwing it at you. And then I tried to just ruffle it again. I think it looked kind of like waves almost. I thought it looked cool. And then I added 3 buttons stacked on top for the corner. And then for the back is just some summery stuff. Watermelon and bathing suits, ice pops and beach towels. So there's that. And then this one, got some watermelon. For this one, I did a red twill tape, or that's a ribbon again. A ribbon on the side with a brown rickrack. And then I added some black pom-poms to make it look like watermelon seeds. And then I just added a little flower at the top. And then on the back, it is watermelon and strawberry black fabric. And then for this one, it's a little crab and fish. So for this one, I did a greenish twill tape, and then I had some lace, and then I put a teeny tiny orange rickrack over the top. And then in the corners, I did 2 buttons with some, what are they called? Seashells on top. And then on the back, it is fabric that says hermit crab. Super cute. And then the last one is the little bee, the beehive. So for this one, I just did like a ruffly, I don't even know what that is, like a ribbon or something. And then I added some white flowers to the top with a little bee. And then on the back is bee fabric. So those are my previous finishes. I did finish those in 2022, and I had a lot of fun with them. So I display them all in a line in this old chicken feeder that I have, and they like just fit in there perfectly, so they turned out really cute. So those will be going away for another year, I guess. I'm gonna get out my fall decorations soon, so I just wanted to show you those before I put them away. Okay, what's next? We have whips, I believe. Okay, let's start with my model. I was working on a couple different models. So I was working on my October monthly pattern, and then I was working on my fall cube. So here's my summer cube. I was working on the fall one, and I was really supposed to get this. I had scheduled to get the fall cube done in August, and it just didn't happen, and I'm still not done with it, but I keep pushing it back, and hopefully I get it done soon. So I was working on that. I will show you a little sneak peek. I love the colors on this one. I think it's turning out really good. But that one's put away for now, and I'm working on a Halloween release. It's going to be going in that cauldron shelf that I showed you before. And I will show you a little sneak peek of this one as well. And this is on actually 18 count fabric, which I don't normally stitch on, just because I feel like my stitches don't look as nice as on 14 count, but it was necessary to fit it in the cauldron shelf. So those are my model stitches for now. And then my regular whips, I was working on not too much. I actually printed out the picture for this one. This is the Halloween stitch along by Cute Embroidery by Kate. There's her information there. And this is what it's gonna look like. So the stitch along is over by now, and I still haven't finished one at all, but they were cats, so of course I had to do them because they were absolutely adorable. I'm working on Boo, so I'm not really that far. Let me move my needle out of the way. That didn't help at all. Okay, just ignore it. I pulled it through on accident. So that's where I'm at. This is on 14 count fabric that I dyed. It's like a purple and a green and maybe yellow. It's hard to tell. So there you go. You can kind of see it there. I just have to finish I got a couple more bats. I have to finish the moon, or to write Boo, and finish the lanterns and the grass and the border. So I still have quite a bit to go. It just hurts my hand to stitch this in hand, and I don't have a hoop small enough, so I haven't really worked on this as much as I would like to. But yeah, this stitch along is over, but you can still join. It is free in her Facebook group. I'll have the information linked down below if you're interested. But I absolutely love her free stitch alongs. They are so cute. And this one's cat, so of course I have to do it. So that's that. I'm hoping to get this one back out soon again to work on it some more. And then I was working on Quarry Battaquari Sei Personaggi in Cerca di Halloween. I'm working on this witch over here. And I did get a little bit more done. I think last time you saw, I only had her arms and her shirt done, and maybe her hands. So I worked on her face more. I really don't like how hard it is to see her skin tone, but I don't have the energy to change colors at this point. So it is staying. It's just going to be, I mean, her face is going to be around it, so it's going to be a little bit, or her hair and her hat is going to be there, so it's not going to be too bad, I don't think. So that's where I'm at on that one. I'm going to be doing all 6 of these. I have all the fabric for all of them, and I'm stitching that on 14 count orangish fabric that I washed, so that I got a little washed out, and each one is going to be on different fabric, and I did it on the called for DMC. So there's that. Let's see what's next. I forgot, I was going through my whips and I completely forgot that I had this as a whip, so I was like, maybe I should probably get some stitches in. This is Double Double by the Prairie Schooler. So cute. And I'm stitching this on 14 count fabric that I dyed orange with green on it. And this is where I'm at. So last time you saw it, this was, excuse me, a Mania stitch. Mania start, and all I had was the white and a little bit of her hand and arm. So I went up on her arm, and then I'm doing her face, her hat, and her hair. I really like that this is like all mostly one color. There's like 2 other little colors in there, but it's not too much. So this is nice to pick up. I just got to pick it up more. So this is not on called for floss, but it's just a black that I had a lot of a different black. It's not DMC. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a black. And then just 2 other colors that I had. So hopefully I can work on that a little bit more before Halloween, but I guess we'll see. And then my last whip, I had to pull out Christmas, of course. This is Jolly Old St. Nicholas by West Point Designs. This is an older pattern. I will be doing all 17 of these eventually. I am working on the old-fashioned Santa at the top. I figured I might as well start with your traditional and work around. So these are all Santas that are in different hobbies, I guess, or professions. Not really sure. And I'm going to be finishing these all as stand-ups. So I wanted to get, since there are 17, I figured like maybe that's 1 a year. That's 17 years, so I figured I should probably start working on it a little bit. So I did get a bunch done. I had everything except this red up here, so I did all of that red. It was a lot of nice fill-in. It wasn't too bad. So I really like doing that. So it's going to be a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I think it'll look cute. So I did have a problem. So on all of these Santas, they're all stitched on white fabric. And so all of this tan you see around their legs they're sacks of presents. I don't want to do all that. That doesn't seem like fun to me. So I'm gonna do it for the regular Santa. What is it called? Traditional Santa? Traditional Santa. I'm gonna do it for traditional Santa because of course you kind of have to do it for traditional Santa. But with all the other Santas, like, I don't think it's necessary. Like, all of that, I don't think I need to do all that. He doesn't need to carry his sack of presents when he's gardening or when he's golfing. He doesn't need his presents there. So I'm not going to do it on all of them, but I am going to do it on this one. So this is on 14 count coffee tea dyed fabric. And I did use the called for floss, but this is a pattern from the 1980s. So I don't know if the colors are the same as they were back then. So I'm just doing it with the colors we have now, and I'm just leaving it. I'm not bothering it. So I think it's turning out really cute. I'm really excited about this one. I'm so excited to finish it as a stand-up. I think it's going to be so cute. Can you imagine having a whole army of stand-up Santas and Mrs. Clauses? That would be so cool. So I really want to get them done. But this is a long haul. 17 Santas? That's a lot of Santas. But I'm going to do them eventually. Eventually. Maybe when I'm like in my 60s or 70s or 80s, I'll just finally be like, oh, my Santas are done. I have a whole army now. Oh boy. Okay, so those are all my whips. I have no haul. I bought a lot last time, so I really need to hold myself back. I do have some Michael's rewards that I need to use up. I think I have like $10 to use. Side note, if you go to Michael's a lot, definitely sign up for the rewards. It costs you nothing, and you get free money basically. So I have $10 that I have to use, and I really want to get some more hoops. I found stitching in hoops is a lot better for my hands. It makes them feel a lot better, and I can stitch longer. So I'm going to get some more smaller hoops, I think, because I found like I'm not touching my other whips because I don't have hoops in them. So like all these projects, I keep showing them like the same projects every week, but I don't have hoops in the other ones, so I don't pull them out as much. So I think I want to get some more. That's a long-winded way of saying I want to get more hoops, but my Michael's is half an hour away, and I just can never figure out if I want to go all the way down there to get hoops, or if I just want to order online and just eat the shipping costs. I'm not really sure yet. But that's something I have to do eventually. So no haul, but I do have two things that I am repurposing. So I've already owned these things, and I'm just going to repurpose them for my cross stitch stuff. That's gross. There is something sticky in there. I will have to clean that after. So when I was in Maine camping last year, there are a lot of chipmunks that we feed peanuts to, and I jokingly said, you know, it'd be really cute if you had a mini picnic table for the chipmunks to eat off of, and everyone was like, haha, that would be kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, you should get one. And I was like, yeah, I don't know how, you'd have to find one online, and because they make them for like squirrels. I don't know if you've seen like the picnic tables with the bird seed in them, and they're super cute. That's what I was thinking of. But they ended up getting rid of some furniture that was in the cabin, and they were breaking it up and they were going to burn it. And I was like, I'm kind of bored. Let me see what I can do. Maybe I can make a picnic table out of the little scraps. And I did. I made a teeny tiny chipmunk picnic table last year, and it's a little bit crooked, but you know what? These were scraps. So it turned out so stinking cute. It's like the perfect size for them. I got pictures of the chipmunks eating at it, and it was so, so cute. So I did all of this by hand. I cut all the wood. These were like strips that were like already cut in this length. They were like the inside of drawers to hold the drawers up onto the dresser. So I didn't have to cut those. I just cut the ends, and then I rounded them off a little bit. And then I cut these pieces. My dad helped me with the math on these because I was not very good at figuring that out. And they're all put together with these little tiny nails. I think it turned out so stinking cute. And I'm going to put it in my display for like May. I think I'm gonna have it like a little like camping display. So I think that'll go perfect with that. It's just so cute. So I had it sitting in the garage all year because it was covered in like peanuts and dirt, and it was just getting kind of gross. So I did scrub it. It's a lot cleaner now. And I'm gonna put it out. So I'm gonna put it in my summer decoration box. So that's why I wanted to show it now. And I think, oh, it's so cute. So I'm repurposing that. And then this is a Christmas basket that my grandma had. Like it came with like it had like plants, like flowers, like a flower arrangement, I guess. There was like floral foam inside. So this was sitting in my garage for the past like 2 years. And I kept thinking I was going to use it for some plants, but I don't have plants out in Christmas time, so I decided to just bring it in, and I scrubbed it. It's all clean now. It was blue. It was like really blue, but when I soaked it, all the blue dye came out, and like some of the red dye came out, so it is not as colorful as it was. But it is clean now, except for that sticky stuff that I just realized was inside and got on my picnic table. But so I'm thinking maybe I could put like some stuffing or I don't know, greenery, some kind of thing in there, and then put like some little Christmas pillows inside. I think that would be absolutely adorable. So that's for the future. It's always nice to have a stash of things to finish things in. So that's that. And there are jingle bells on the tree. I keep hearing them. So that is a repurpose. Okay. All that's left is plans. So I want to finish or work on at least the Halloween stitch along by Cute Embroidery by Kate. I will link that down below if you're interested as well. I really want to get at least one done. I'm going to finish them into mini pillows, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with them after that, but I think they would be really cute. So I want to get some of them done, or at least work on them, and then I was talking to my cousin, and I was telling her, like, I'm really excited for Christmas, and then I was like, every year, around November, I'm like, oh, I should probably start my Christmas stitching, and I always run out of time, and I don't get everything done, so I decided this is the time that I'm supposed to be starting my Christmas stitching for presents. So, last year, if you want to go on my Instagram, you'll be able to find a picture of it. But last year, my cousins went to Scotland. They went to Scotland on a trip, and it was their big 2-week-long trip. And so I made them I followed this pattern. I'll show you in a minute, but it was Scotland, and I put the date on it, and I finished it into like a little circle, and it's an ornament, and I gave that to them for Christmas last year, and they loved it. And so this year I was thinking, my other aunt went to Ireland this year, and it was her big trip, and so I was gonna stitch her one of these Ireland pieces from the same packet, and put the date on it, and like do it as her commemorative, to commemorate her trip to Ireland. And then I was like, okay, so I have 2 more aunts that I have to give something, so that would be her Christmas gift. And I have 2 more aunts that I would have to find stitching pieces for. And my cousin said, my other aunt went to Italy, and I completely forgot. She took her oldest son as a graduation gift to Italy, so I decided I'm going to do the Italy piece that's in this packet. And then I have 1 more aunt, the one that I gave the Scotland piece for. I have to decide what I want to stitch for her. So they'll all be here for Christmas, so I can't like just leave one out. So I have to figure out what I want to make for that aunt. But I will show you the 2 pieces that I'm going to stitch. So this is Christmas Around the World by Carolina Cross Stitch Inc. This is also a pattern from 1980. And then on the back you can see all of them. So I'll just kind of scroll up a little bit so you can see. I think they're all so cute. One day I would like to stitch them all for myself, but I have not stitched a single one for myself. That's like a commitment that I'm not ready for yet. So I did this Scotland one last year, and I did 2023 inside, And then I need to do Ireland down here for my one aunt, and then Italy down at the bottom. I think they would really like that. I think that would be really cute. So plans are to kit up these 2 patterns at least and try to figure out what I want to make for my other aunt. So that is, I don't know if I'll start these. Ideally I should, because then it'll give me enough time to get everything done, but we'll see. So I need to at least kit these up soon. So those are my plans. And all that's left is a life update. There is not much of an update. It's been busy 2 weeks. It just flew right by. We've been dealing with kittens. We've got a couple more kittens in the barn. We've been dealing with trying to trap them to get them all fixed. That is a lot more difficult than you would think. This morning we set the trap out last night to try to catch a groundhog because he's eating our cat food, and we caught one of the other kittens that we didn't want to catch yet. So the cats are getting in the trap when they're not supposed to be, and we're not catching the right things, and it's been very frustrating. So we've been dealing with that. What else? This weekend I am going to Maine. My brother and his girlfriend and I were all driving up together. My dad is getting married up at the cabin this weekend, so we're gonna go up there for a couple days. I will take pictures and I will share with you next time. I might be bringing a little bit of stitching, maybe my Halloween sal. I keep bumping the camera, I'm sorry. So I might bring some little projects to work on. I can't stitch in the car. I get car sick, so it'll just be whenever I have time when I'm up there. But that'll be that. I don't think there's really anything else going on. I know school is starting this week for our school districts. My mom works in a school, my aunt works in a school, my other aunt works in a school, and my cousins work in a school, so everybody's going back to work now. So that's been going on, and I think that's about it. It's finally cooling off now. I got a long sleeve shirt on and pants on, and it feels nice. We took our air conditioners out of the windows, and we're getting some fresh air. And it's a little bit chilly, but it's nice. My garden is winding down. I only have flowers and some sunflowers. I think that's, oh, carrots. I have some carrots. I haven't harvested them yet. I'm not really sure when to pick them. But I guess I'll figure that out. And I like collecting seeds from all my flowers, and so I've been collecting all the seeds. It is free flowers for next year, which is nice. I highly recommend figuring that out if you can. I've got like 7 different kinds of flowers that I got the seeds from so far, so it's very exciting. And I think that's about it. So I will let you all go, and I will see you all in 2 weeks. Bye!